Right now, jury selection begins for the law enforcement agent accused in the East Side shooting of Quadrin Wilson.
Also, it's winter's last gasp as chilly weather greets us as we start the final work week of the season.
And our call for action team responds to a condo owner's call for help. We try to get answers from a developer. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. We begin with breaking news out of Manitowoc County. A blanket belonging to missing 3-year-old Elijah Vu has been found.
Two Rivers police say this afternoon a red and white plaid blanket is confirmed to belong to the boy. It was found nearly 4 miles from where he was last seen at an apartment in the 3900 block of Mishicot Road in Two Rivers. Elijah has been missing since February 20th. Officials are still asking for more information as the search continues. Rewards of $40,000 are being offered in this case. Jury selection began today in the trial of Mark Wagner, the DCI agent charged for his role in the shooting of Quadrin Wilson while trying to arrest him. 21 law enforcement officers and agents were involved in Wilson's arrest and on the scene when the shooting happened. Wagner says he shot at Wilson because he heard gunshots and thought someone had fired at him. But Wilson was unarmed, something prosecutors say makes Wagner's version of events impossible. Wagner is pleading not guilty to recklessly endangering safety. Meanwhile, Wilson is also making his way through the criminal justice system. Less than 2 months after being shot, he was charged with seeking fentanyl. He took a plea deal in May of 2022 and received a 3-year sentence. Within a year, he completed a substance abuse program. He is now out of prison and on extended supervision. As for the shooting, Wagner remains the only person charged for Wilson's violent arrest.
Now with the latest on the jury selection, that's where we find our Kyle Pozorski, who has the details on today's proceedings. Kyle?
Good evening. I'm here outside the Dane County Courthouse. Today, News 3 Now is here as jury selection took place this morning. Judge Julie Genovese and both sides' attorneys whittled down the pool of potential jurors. It was a process called voir dire, done to see which ones are qualified to serve. And as the jury was selected, we watched as Judge Genovese delivered instructions to the juror pool, telling them, as in all cases, how serious of a job they should take this. The jurors were selected, and that was it for today. They'll be back here again tomorrow morning to begin learning the details of the case as both sides lay out their arguments. And that'll begin promptly at 8:30. And of course, News 3 Now will continue to bring you coverage throughout the entire trial as we learn Wagner's fate. Reporting downtown, Kyle Pozorski, News 3 Now.
All right, Kyle, thank you. One person suffered serious injuries from an overnight fire on Madison's east side. Just before 1 a.m., the fire department responded to a fire alarm at 1702 Thier Road. After searching the apartment building, authorities found water running from an apartment on the first floor. There, they would find the victim, would take them to a local hospital. Next tonight, a brisk start to the work week around southern Wisconsin, bringing a little blast of winter back.
Yep, outside of tomorrow, temperatures in the upper 30s will be here for the rest of the week. Even a chance of snow in the latter half of the work week. For more, let's get a first look at your first warn forecast. Jacob Montesano is on the weather patio. Jacob?
Yeah, and the winter coming back is not just today and yesterday. It's actually going to be in the form of snowfall later in the week. Now, let's take a look at the current conditions. Right now, 35 degrees in Madison. Definitely feels a bit cold, but with the sun shining and the calm winds, it doesn't feel too bad out here. And as we take a look at the temperatures across Dane County, we are seeing middle to upper 30s. A few locations are close to 40, but the majority of our area will likely stay in the 30s throughout the rest of today, and that is below average for this time of the year. The average high is now at 45 degrees. So here's a look at your evening forecast. We're going to remain in the 30s with mostly sunny skies until we get to sunset. Then we'll see some clouds develop overnight, and overnight lows will drop to around 30. So low temperatures will be a little bit above average, but as we get into the day tomorrow, we're going to see those temperatures warmer than today. So we'll see highs in the upper 40s to lower 50s, but tomorrow will likely be the nicest day within the next 10 days because we have 2 alert days, and both contain some snowfall. Now, this first alert day for Thursday night, this will mostly be snowfall from the system where we could see around 1 to 5 inches total accumulation across our area. A few locations will see more than others. But the second alert day, still a bit unclear how this system will play out, but what's pretty certain is that we're going to see a lot of precipitation, some in the form of snow and some in the form of rain. This is next week, Sunday and Monday. So I'll talk you through both systems coming up a little bit later.
All right, Jacob, thank you. News 3 Now's Call for Action team taking action for you, getting some answers when you can't.
In the case of a condo owner, she reached out to us after she had a series of issues with her brand new home. Our Catherine Merck tells us about her efforts to get the developer to respond. Catherine?
That's right. I met Mary Karsten back in January when she told me she had a series of problems when moving into the Churchill condos in DeForest. She says she experienced code violations at her unit and many other issues that she believes was plain and simple poor craftsmanship. I spoke to some of her neighbors as well, and they sent me dozens of photos of issues like holes in screens, water in the basement leaking through pipes, and messy landscaping that Mary says was supposed to be covered in the contract.
The response on any types of repairs was really very minimal. And there's people that still have issues that were never resolved.
I reached out to the city and the developer for a response on the matter and tried to find out how this community could fix these problems moving forward. We're going to have the full story tonight on News 3 Now at 10 o'clock.
Catherine, thank you. We'll see you at 10. Early voting begins tomorrow for several races in Wisconsin. Wisconsin looks to be another battleground state this election season. The Wisconsin presidential primary is April 2nd, though both President Biden and former President Trump have both secured enough delegates to be their party's nominees. There are also a pair of constitutional amendments up as well the same day, and one would make it illegal to accept private grant money to help facilitate state elections if passed. The other would allow only appointed election officials by law administer elections. UW-Platteville today announcing the search is over for its new athletic director. Michael Knipe will become the new AD of the university, most recently the deputy director of athletics at Fort Lewis College in Colorado. Prior to that, he led the athletics department at North Central University in Minnesota. He succeeds late UW-Platteville athletic director and assistant chancellor Dr. Christina Navarro-Krupka, who died unexpectedly during pregnancy last year.
Well, the stage is set for the Badgers. The men's basketball team missed the tournament last year, but they're dancing again, a 5 seed. They'll face off against James Madison. Friday night, right here, CBS, 8:40 p.m. tip-off. The Dukes are making their first NCAA tournament appearance since back in 2013. Tough matchup, though. JMU ended the regular season with a 31-3 record. The NCAA tournament starts tomorrow, the play-in games. And if you haven't filled out a bracket, or you want to fill one out, we do have an option for you. The News 3 Now Bracket Challenge is back. You can compete for a chance to win a $500 gift card. All entries have to be submitted before noon Thursday. To find a link where you can fill out your bracket, just search for the story at channel3000.com.
The Wisconsin men's basketball team isn't the only one in tournament play right now. Also on Friday, the Badger women's hockey team is back in the Frozen Four. The Badgers will take on Colgate at 6:30 as they look to punch their ticket into the finals and repeat as champions. We'll have coverage of both tournaments, so make sure to stay with News 3 Now.
And besides the NCAA tournament action here on CBS, a reminder, we do have the Bucks game against the Celtics on Wednesday. A reminder for Amazing Race and Survivor fans, the game will preempt CBS programming. The Bucks game starts at 6:30, so Survivor and Amazing Race will start at 7 p.m. over on Television Wisconsin. That's 3.2 over the air. Once the Bucks game is done, Amazing Race will be joined in progress, but also will continue on TW.
Next tonight at 5. Right now, the Wisconsin Beef Council is accepting nominations for its inaugural Wisconsin's Best Burger Contest. A great opportunity to recognize restaurants that work hard to create delicious memories right here in the 608. You can nominate your favorite beef burger from a Wisconsin restaurant on the Wisconsin Beef Council website, an event that is so important to the Badger State.
Wisconsin Beef Council is super excited to be hosting the first year of the Wisconsin's Best Burger Contest. This is a wonderful way for us to support our great food service industry here in the state and also to promote 100% delicious beef burgers.
Nominations will be accepted through midnight Sunday, March 24th. The 8 restaurants that receive the most nominations will be announced in early April, and then a panel of judges will travel to each restaurant to evaluate the burgers. How do we get on that list, right, Eric? To be eligible for the contest, the hamburgers must meet the following guidelines. The burger must be 100% beef. Other ingredients may be added, like spices and veggies. All burgers must be composed of a formed ground beef patty and/or patties served on a bun or other bread product. Burgers may also include any combination of condiments, sauces, cheeses, and toppings, and every component of the burger must be placed between the bun or bread pieces or served open-faced on a
very
bread
strict
product.
rules.
Yes, it's intense.
Well, Jacob's back. He has your complete forecast next.
And after some safety concerns, what United Airlines is doing to boost consumer confidence in its aircraft. The markets open the week on Wall Street in positive territory. The Dow up almost 76. The Nasdaq adds more than 130 points. The S&P 500 gains 32. And we'll be right back.
Experience the versatility of the Lexus line of SUVs and special offers on select models at the Invitation to Lexus sales event.
Get special offers on the 2024 RX 350 Premium all-wheel drive.
Do not go.
It's free if I do it, babe.
Whoa, you need the experts.
Let the experts at Feldco make your home renewal project a cinch with free installation on windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Plus, no interest for 5 years.
Free installation won't last long. Hurry, call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Imagine trying to take on one of the big car companies. It's not easy. Yet this year, one local law firm finalized the largest compensatory verdict in state history against an automaker, over $38 million. And it was no fluke. That same firm has been holding big car companies accountable for faulty designs that cause injury for over 50 years. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
Americans are doing their best to get by, but with an uncertain economy and prices still rising, budgets are stretched thin. And Washington's new capital regulation is another bill Americans can't afford. Basel III Endgame will make loans, utilities, and groceries more expensive and make it harder to access credit. Families, seniors, farmers, and small businesses are already struggling to make ends meet. Washington needs to scrap Basel III Endgame and start over.
Catch the Bucks on broadcast TV when they clash with the Celtics on your new local home for select Bucks games. Watch as Giannis and the Bucks ship up to Boston to tangle with one of the top teams in the league in an Eastern Conference showdown. Don't miss it when the Greek Freak gets unleashed. Bucks, Celtics, on your new local home for select Milwaukee Bucks games. Wednesday at 6:30 on WISC TV3.
Experience the exhilaration of the Lexus Performance line and special offers on select models at the Invitation to Lexus sales event.
Get special offers on the 2024 ES 350.
Coming up at 6, tenants in a Beloit apartment complex speak out about alleged mismanagement and unlivable conditions as the complex undergoes renovations. How the tenants say they've been dealing with it.
Tonight at 10, newly built condos in DeForest turned out to be much less than promised to residents.
We were duped.
I'll show you how a call for action is getting results to help solve this condo chaos. Tonight on News 3 Now at 10.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Well, spring break is quickly approaching, and the Wisconsin Department of Ag, Trade, and Consumer Protection has some tips on how to avoid being scammed for your vacation. DATCAP says to pay your expenses with a credit card because credit cards offer more protection than your debit card. Be mindful of public Wi-Fi networks. They could be fake networks set up to track your location. Verify all your arrangements. Call all the locations you have reservations set up for so you know for certain that they are ready for your stay. And lastly, clean out your wallet. Don't remove any, make sure you remove any cards or documents that contain any personal information. United Airlines CEO is unveiling a new plan aimed at bolstering consumer confidence when flying.
This month alone, there have been at least 6 incidents that have occurred mid-flight. Laura Aguirre tells us what the major carrier is doing to allay passenger fears going forward.
It's been a challenging month for United Airlines, with multiple flight mishaps making headlines, compounded by the fact that United is Boeing's biggest customer in the U.S., and Boeing is under federal investigation following a string of quality control lapses and in-flight incidents in recent months. Now, United CEO Scott Kirby is stressing the importance of safety to customers in a message Monday. United's most recent event happened last Friday in Medford, Oregon. One of their Boeing 737-800s landed and was found to have a missing panel under a wing, forcing the tower to halt all air traffic while crews searched for it on the ground.
We didn't find any debris or any panels or anything. Operations continue normally.
Among other recent incidences, the engine of a United Boeing 737-900 caught fire after takeoff from Houston. Then, same city, different jet, a United Boeing 737 MAX slid off a runway. And internationally, a United Boeing 777 left Sydney leaking hydraulic fluid. In all cases, the planes landed safely. Kirby assured customers that the unrelated events did get the airline's attention, and United has sharpened its focus. It will now expand training programs for pilots and mechanics, along with dedicating more resources to manage its supplier network. All moves designed to make flyers feel more comfortable about boarding United jets as the busy summer travel season nears. I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Boeing has said it's working on several issues identified by the Federal Aviation Administration, which has instructed the aircraft maker to submit a plan to fix its production problems by late May. An unwelcome milestone at the gas pump. Gas prices are higher now than they have been all year. That's according to AAA. The national average price for a gallon of regular gas climbed to $3.47. That's up from $3.45 a year ago. It is the first time since December that prices have been up on a year-over-year basis. Industry experts say while demand usually increases as the weather warms up, other factors are causing prices to skyrocket. Currently, the average gas price in Wisconsin sits at $3.32.
Well, let's get a look at the forecast now. Feels like winter's last gasp out there. Jacob's here now and chilly out there.
Yeah, and it's only going to get colder, or at least it's only going to feel colder over the next couple of days. Now, not necessarily tomorrow, but after tomorrow is when it will get cool. So for the first day of spring tomorrow, we are expected to reach around 50 degrees. But after that, we're only going to see highs in the 30s for the rest of the week. And we also will see some pretty windy conditions as we see that snowfall for Thursday night and early Friday. So we have an alert day for the snowfall due to the likelihood of accumulation. Our entire area will roughly see around 1 to 5 inches of snow, and this will likely impact the Friday morning commute. Now we have a second alert day for Sunday and Monday of next week, where this system will likely produce more precipitation overall, but it will be in the form of snow and rainfall. As far as accumulation goes, it's still a bit unclear just how much we will see. So let me take you through the forecast. We're going to be dry through Thursday morning, and then Thursday afternoon and evening, we are going to start to see the snow move into our area. It is expected to last throughout much of the night into Friday morning, and most of our area will see completely snow and pretty much no rainfall. With the exception of areas near the Illinois border, some rain is possible, but especially north of Madison, only snowfall is expected from the system, and this looks to possibly continue into Friday afternoon, but it should clear out by Friday evening. Now, as we head towards the weekend, Saturday will be dry, maybe some light precipitation, but for the most part, we're not expected to see much Saturday. But Sunday afternoon is when the second system will move into our area, and right now it looks like we'll see mostly snow on Sunday, with the snow transitioning into rain as temperatures warm up by the time we get to Monday. But the rain is expected to continue throughout much of the day on Monday before it clears out Tuesday afternoon, could clear out by Tuesday morning. But this system in general is expected to bring a lot of precipitation. But as far as how much snow accumulation we will see, that is still a bit unclear. But for Thursday night and early Friday, we are expected around 1 to 2 inches south of Madison, around 2 to 4 inches for Madison and areas kind of perfectly east and west. And then for the Dells and areas north, around 4 to 6 is expected for Thursday night into Friday. So again, the Friday morning commute will likely be impacted. So here's a look at the 10-day forecast temperature-wise, and it's going to remain below average after tomorrow. 30s for the rest of this week, 40s next week, still below average for this time of the year. The average high by the end of the 10-day forecast will be close to 50, but this week it's going to stay at least in the 40s at the warmest. So here's a look at the full 7 to 10-day forecast. We're going to have those high temperatures in the 30s for the rest of the week starting Wednesday. And then we have the 3 alert days, mostly for Friday morning. And the alert day won't start till after sunset on Thursday. That's why it's not showing up for Thursday, but it will continue through early Friday. And then Sunday and Monday, even if we don't see a lot of snow for the Sunday and Monday system, we are expected to see a lot of precipitation from that system. And it won't change the temperatures too much, but it will make the roads pretty slippery nonetheless, even if we see all rainfall. So as we look at your first warn traffic, we do have a slowdown on the eastbound Beltline, causing speeds to drop to around 30 miles per hour. But other than that, it looks like we're pretty green across the area, green at the interstate, especially down south towards Janesville. Looks like there's a road closure in Janesville, but some of the major roads are looking pretty green both directions, and that's the case up north towards the Dells.
All right, Jacob, thank you. Just ahead, some of us remember the days of Please Be Kind Rewind. Remember that? Our VHS tapes making a comeback. We'll have that story next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
This month, we're looking for 200 homeowners interested in getting a new fence. We're offering up to $1,000 off, plus an upgrade of up to 10 free solar caps. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. Call now or visit the website for your new fence today.
I'm Jonathan Lawson, here to tell you about life insurance through the Colonial Penn program. If you're age 50 to 85 and looking to buy life insurance on a fixed budget, remember the 3 Ps.
The 3 what?
The 3 Ps.
What are the 3 Ps?
The 3 Ps of life insurance on a fixed budget are price, price, and price. A price you can afford, a price that can't increase, and a price that fits your budget.
I'm 54 and was a smoker, but quit. What's my price?
You can get coverage for $9.95 a month.
I'm 65, retired, and take medications. What's my price?
Also $9.95 a month.
I just turned 80 and I'm on a fixed income. What's my price?
$9.95 a month for you too. If you're age 50 to 85, call now about the #1 most popular whole life insurance plan available through the Colonial Penn program. Options start at $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. You cannot be turned down because of your health. No medical exam, no health questions. Your acceptance is guaranteed. And this plan has a guaranteed lifetime rate lock, so your rate can never go up for any reason. Options start at $9.95 a month. Plus, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So call now for free information, and you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. Use this valuable guide to record your important information and give helpful direction to your loved ones with your final wishes. And it's yours free, just for calling. So call now for free information.
Call 1-800-914-3131 for your free information and your free gift. That's 1-800-914-3131. There's no risk or obligation. 1-800-914-3131. Call now.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
With Sweeto Metal Roofing, you get quality metal roofs installed by the best in the business. A metal roof means no fading, no storm repairs, true sustainability, and lower energy bills.
Sweeto Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Moving forward.
So many of us remember there was a time when watching a movie at home, well, you had to drive to a store and rent a VHS tape.
Remember that? But after the introduction of DVD delivery and streaming video, the number of U.S. video rental stores went from 15,000 in the mid-'80s to 2,000 in 2017.
As Dina Demetrius found, a growing number of people, though, are rewinding to those VHS days.
It's tangible, it's in your hands.
Welcome back to the future. It's the return of the VHS tape.
In the beginning, I was going to thrift stores, I was going to estate sales, I was going, scouring Craigslist and OfferUp.
This is like the kind of funny horror section.
Cinematographer Matthew Renoir eventually collected enough tapes to open Be Kind Video in 2022.
If it's like horror tapes or 80s and 90s kind of action sci-fi stuff, that's the stuff that's like the most popular.
Renoir is riding the wave of old media popularity. Like the resurgence of vinyl records, VHS tapes are more than a bit of nostalgia for customers like Aaron Thorell.
People love that sound of the hiss, right? It just gives this different vibe, this different feel.
VHS has been winning followers on social media, with many fans referring to themselves as tape heads. Yeah. For Rich Summer, it's a new way to share memories with his 13-year-old son Patrick, who loves horror movies and old cartoons on tape.
Because the cartoons, when you watch them on VHS, like the color really pops, and it's just like a new way to enjoy them.
Of course, today you can get a movie much faster connecting to a streaming service, but fans say a store like this one offers a human connection. Be Kind Video holds regular movie nights where customers can come together. Connor Holtz says the events provide a sense of community.
I believe it matters as a subculture. It matters as people care about it and want to preserve it, and they want to kind of enjoy that kind of camaraderie. So I believe it'll continue.
Seems VHS isn't dead yet, and no one is putting these babies in the corner anymore. Dina Demetrius, CBS News, Burbank, California.
Some VHS tapes are worth a lot more than $5. A mint condition copy of Back to the Future sold at auction for $75,000 in 2022, and a 1985 tape of The Goonies sold for $50,000. A final check of your First Warn forecast when we come back.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Organize your home with Closet Made. We carry everything you need to maximize your space in closets, pantries, laundry rooms, and more. This Closet Made closet kit is $144.79 after rebate. Transform your space with flooring that stands up to life's messes. Perfect Seal laminate flooring is waterproof, wear and stain resistant, and clicks together for easy installation. Excel laminate flooring is $289 per square foot after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Think Sloan's first.
You know, the big thing about Sloan's is the ease of doing business. They make everything simple. We choose Sloan's and John Deere because we have availability of equipment, quality service, quality parts, and they have the ability to keep us up and running.
Deere season is on now at Sloan Implements. Get your John Deere Z500 series with 0% for 36 months. That's only $117 per month.
Power up with Sloan's. Think Sloan's first.
Every spring, the love of my life came here to paint. Cress helped us make sure she's never forgotten.
We are Cress. We truly believe your memories matter.
Look, I'm not a young guy. That's no secret. But here's the deal. I understand how to get things done for the American people. I led the country through the COVID crisis. Today, we have the strongest economy in the world. I passed a law that lowers prescription drug prices, caps insulin at $35 a month for seniors. For 4 years, Donald Trump tried to pass an infrastructure law, and he failed. I got it done. Now we're rebuilding America. I passed the biggest law in history to combat climate change because our future depends on it. Donald Trump took away the freedom of women to choose. I'm determined to make Roe v. Wade the law of the land again. Donald Trump believes the job of the president is to take care of Donald Trump. I believe the job of the president is to fight for you, the American people, and that's what I'm doing. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Can we do one more take?
Look, I'm very young, energetic, and handsome. What the hell am I doing this for?
Catch the Bucks on broadcast TV when they clash with the Celtics on your new local home for select Bucks games. Watch as Giannis and the Bucks ship up to Boston to tangle with one of the top teams in the league in an Eastern Conference showdown. Don't miss it when the Greek Freak gets unleashed. Bucks, Celtics, on your new local home for select Milwaukee Bucks games. Wednesday at 6:30 on WISC TV 3.
Coming up tonight on the CBS Evening News, new details emerge about the mysterious disappearance of a college student in Nashville. What we're learning after police released body cam footage today of the 22-year-old the night he went missing. We've got that and more headlines tonight on the CBS Evening News.
I'm Maddie Heimsch on News 3 now at 6. We'll hear from Beloit tenants who say they've been displaced from their low-income housing units, how they're finding shelter for the time being.
Well, Toby Keith was inducted today to the Country Music Hall of Fame. That vote to elect Keith as the annual Modern Day inductee came just days before he passed away last month.
The museum highlighted Brooks' 11 USO tours and the 200 shows he put on for armed services members. Keith was previously inducted into the Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame and the All Genres Songwriters Hall of Fame. He received a BMI Icon Award in 2022.
Well, let's go to Jacob. Final check of the forecast.
Yeah, we got a lot going on over the next 10 days. Tomorrow, pretty quiet, fairly nice. We'll see highs near 50 and then 30s the rest of this week with snow expected late Thursday into early Friday. Alert day conditions are expected Thursday night into Friday morning, especially for that Friday morning commute. Dry for Saturday, but cold. And then we're going to see another system move into our area Sunday and Monday of next week. That system next week will likely produce more precipitation, but it also looks like we'll see snow and rainfall, so accumulations may not be quite as high. But the accumulations for that second system are still a bit unclear because we're not sure when that snow will transition to rain quite yet.
All right, Jacob, thanks. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. CBS Evening News is next.